that you have to understand is the internet and the web itself. With the World Wide Web, which everybody is used to, that's not exactly the entire internet. The internet includes lots of different systems, okay? That's closed systems, open systems. The World Wide Web is what most people are used to, but there's a lot of other systems. So this is part of this. Now, how does this work? All right. I like to use the analogy of a home. And suppose your business is a home that people want to visit. You want people to come to your home and to see it and to buy your products or learn more about what you have to offer. So they need to see something. All right? So we have a house here with doors and windows. Okay? We're going to call that home your actual website. That's what they're looking at, and you have to build that, and that's what this class is about, how to build that home that people can find you on. Now, part of that home is the land that it's sitting on, okay, this land right here. That land that it's sitting on is called a server, okay? Basically, in very simplified language, a server is just rooms full of computers, okay? All over the place. There's not just one room, there's hundreds and there's thousands. So this server is a bunch of rooms with computers. And your website sits on that server. Now, for somebody to find your home, okay, you need a domain, which is basically your mailbox. Okay? You need to have a domain where they can find you. Now, your domain your address could be something like a whole string of numbers, but suppose you met somebody on the street and said, hey, go see my website. It's 1.73.45.367.1. Who's going to remember that? No one. But if you say, hey, come see my website, it's kidscreatingchange.com, they're going to remember that in their head. So they're going to be able to type that in and find your home and find your website. So the three things that's very important is your domain name, that you have a website, and it sits on a server. I have a lot of clients who hire me to build their websites. I've had people who got rid of their domain name because they thought I was building them a website and didn't understand that the domain name needed to be attached. I've had people who I set up with domain names who said, get rid of my serving company, I have a domain name. All right? You need these three things. All right? Now, the other thing you're going to be looking at throughout this course is how do you build that house? How do you build that website? We're going to use a program called RV Site Builder, which is a very easy template system. But that's what we're going to go through. The other thing to remember is your highway and the vehicles to get you there. All right? How are people getting to your website? Well, they used to just get through for a standard in-home computer because that's what everybody had. Now we have laptops, now we have iPads, now we have phones. We have to remember when we're building sites, is it going to look the same on each? Do we have to develop special information? Because everybody, remember Web 1.0? Well, it wasn't called Web 1.0, but 1.0 was when your websites looked like brochures. Okay, you came, people just put a nice little brochure on there. Okay, that's about my business. Showed legitimacy. 2.0 was said, ooh, we're going to go to the next step. We're going to have a conversation with these people. We're going to engage with them. That's what 2.0 is. It became when you're engaging. It became interacting through social media that you integrate on your site. It became through having forums, different ways where you get feedback. The reviews. I mean, who goes on Amazon now to read a review before you purchase something? Almost everybody. That's 2.0 because you're getting feedback from people and you're having an engagement. You're asking people's opinion. The big thing with marketing nowadays is before I go and release something really big, here's my market study. I'm going to tweet about it. I'm going to throw it out there and get people's reactions. You know, I can reach so many thousands of people if I'm a big company and ask them what they think before I do a big product release. Okay? It's engaging. They already come out with the term 3.0. Guess what 3.0 is? 3.0 is when we are connected to the internet 24/7. A lot of us are already there. If you have a smartphone that has internet access, you're walking around with the internet 24/7. We're now engaged on this system all the time. And we were talking about the internet, the difference between the World Wide Web. In case anybody didn't know, email, I think it's a big misconception, does not go through the World Wide Web. It goes through internet protocols, but it does not touch the World Wide Web. So again, the World Wide Web is just part of the internet. So again, remember your vehicles, you have to have a way for people to get to you, you have to have a domain name, you have to have a website, and a server. And so what we're going to talk about today is a way that people can build their own websites without having to take months and years of courses to be able to do that.